Now, as we all know, arcade machine games are very fun in Loomian Legacy. Currently, as of right now, there are 2 games. There's the Disco Drop and the Dodgy Dobo. However, there are some unused arcade machines that are actually coming very soon to the game. There's these ones right here and some in the back room, in the secret little room in the arcade in Loomian Legacy. And we actually do not know what these arcade machines will be. But today, I'm going to be going over what these arcade machines most likely will be. Now, let's start off with the first one, and this is actually going to be in the back room. We have to go here because there are some other arcade games in the back room. And the first game is actually going to be Pac-Man. Now, as we all know, Pac-Man is a very classic game from the 80s and 70s, and it would actually make sense to have this in the game because, as we can see right here, this machine right here looks just like the Pac-Man machine, as you can see right here. And the game would actually be called Cosman because there's a Loomian in the game called Cosmore. I'm pretty sure that's his name, and he looks just like Pac-Man, as you can see right here. And the goal of the game would, well, you have to collect these pellets, and these pellets would be the ace discs. And I would appreciate if you guys could leave a like and subscribe because it did take a long time to actually make this concept right here. Here's the picture / concept that I made, and this is what Cosman would look like. Cosman is right here, and he is Pac-Man. He has to get these pellets, which are ace discs, but there's going to be ghosts that's trying to get him, and the ghosts are actually going to be different colors of the Buenary Loomian. Now, each time you get a pellet, that is 1 score, and you have to get 1,000 score in order to get the Cosman saddle. And basically what you ride is a cool Cosmore, and it's going to be like this. Instead of, well, this thing is a different saddle, but instead you're going to be actually like full on riding it, and it's going to be really cool. But yeah, this concept is actually really cool, and I actually do hope that they actually do consider adding a Pac-Man arcade game machine into Loomian Legacy. But now moving on to the next arcade machine would be probably Skee Ball. And as we can see right here, this is exactly what Skee Ball looks like. This is a Skee Ball machine, but shout out to Lucky HD for this picture, and shout out to Colby because I wouldn't have found this picture if it wasn't for his video. And this would most likely be called Score Ball because, as we can see in Lucky HD's picture, you have to throw the score balls into the little circles, just like how Skee Ball works. And basically, each one of these things is a point. But as we all know, the highest ones are obviously going to be at the top. You have to get like 50 points or a certain amount of points, and you get a prize. And that prize is going to be, maybe it's going to be like a score ball saddle. And like, you can like, maybe it's going to be like a full-on score that you can ride around the Loomian Legacy city. It's going to be fire. Now, moving on to the next arcade game is actually going to be called High Striker. Now, basically, this game is very popular. Basically, you have a hammer, and you hit this thing as hard as you can, and if you get it all the way up to the top, you get a prize. Maybe the prize is going to be like some sort of like Loomian boost, or like a Loomian. Maybe the Loomian's going to be like a hammer Loomian, Loomian with a hammer in it, and it's going to be called like Hammer Man or something like that. I think that'd be really cool if they had that in the game. Now, moving on to the next arcade machines would be, well, this was actually in the original Pokemon Brick Bronze, and this would most likely be called Whack-A-Mole. And basically how this works is you take this little hammer thing and you have to hit these holes and try to hit the Loomian. But if you hit the bomb, game over. Maybe if you get a certain amount of points, you get some sort of cool plushie, and maybe then you can unlock like the Loomian, whatever the mole is. Now, moving on to the next one is going to be this thing right here. Maybe this is going to be like Street Fighter, just like how this is like a classic arcade game from back in the day, and it's going to be 2 Loomians battling. It's going to be like a mini battle, and this would actually be really cool if they actually had this street fighting concept. And basically what it's like, you have your Loomian, or you can choose a Loomian, and it's a PC, it could be a computer bot, or if you had 2 friends, maybe there could be like 1 control here for this side and 1 control here for the other person, and you and your friend can battle just like Street Fighter. It would be really cool. Now, moving on to the final arcade machine concept is going to be, we have to go back here. That one would literally just be Pawn, because right here, this kind of looks like a Pawn machine, or it would be some sort of game. Maybe it would be Pawn, maybe it wouldn't, but say it was Pawn, you would have to get a certain amount of points. And basically what Pawn is, it's literally probably the most classic games ever. There's 2 lines that you have to hit the pollen thing, and the ball has to hit both of those lines. So yeah, guys, I hope you all enjoyed today's video of me going over concepts for new arcade machines coming to Loomian Legacy. And if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to leave a big fat thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button, guys. We are trying to hit 10,000 subscribers before the year ends. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a video every time I upload or go live on YouTube. And I'll see you guys all in the next one, guys. Goodbye, guys.